What up, friends? My name is B Brad, and welcome back to some more Stanley Parable. It's been a minute, but we are back and ready for action. This time, we're actually gonna try to follow his rules. I guess I overestimate how much I trust people, but like, hey, it's the narrator, and he seems kind of mad, kind of evil. Yeah, I went on the one on my left, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go along with it unless it gets really creepy, and then I'm not gonna go along with it, and then I'm gonna tell this guy to go bop himself. So,
yet there was not a single person
yeah,
here.
I think I got to.
Feeling a wave of disbelief.
We got to the boss's
Stanley
house, said that he
decided to
kicked
go
me out
up
of the
to his
game.
boss's office.
That's right.
Coming to a
He
staircase,
literally would not let me
Stanley
play the game.
walked
He told me,
upstairs to
nah,
his boss's office.
nah, fam, we're not gonna let you play the game. So, okay. Can I actually open this executive bathroom? I would cry if I could actually open the executive bathroom. Can someone tell me how many endings of this game there actually is? I don't know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
It's not
again
the same office.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Wait.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark
It's
secret
not the
was
same
being held
office.
from him?
You
What he
lie.
could not have known
That
was
big
that the
picture was
keypad behind
over
the boss's
the
desk
office.
guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Terrible
and
truth,
so
huh?
the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet
Magic.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on
Hey.
the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Do-do-do-do,
by sheer luck.
do-do-do-do.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, anyway. Oh. Oh. Boss, what do you, hey, boss, what you doing, boss? Can I have a raise, please? Can I have a raise? Yes, can I get the raise, please? In a very creepy elevator? I don't know how I feel about this. Boss, what you hiding from me? What was the game plan? Hey, boss.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was
Peculiar?
a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Well, I would imagine, for the solid fact that he's just been clicking buttons the whole darn time, that he would have questioned all the button clicking. He found it riveting,
Stanley
so
walked
he
straight
enjoyed
ahead
it.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Is this what my boss is hiding? Is what the narrator's hiding? A mind control facility? I could just escape. Nah, let's go to the mind control facility. I actually want to see what's in here. It's so dark. Let there be light!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
a lot
horrible
of
secret
television
did this
screens.
place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Nah. Nope. I don't have the strength to find out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Oh, fine. That's a lot of television screens. What is this place? What's further down? I hate Monday Cup. Of course.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
Oh!
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
I'm 427, right?
Stanley's co-workers.
All right, let's
The
look for
lives of so many
if four. I
individuals
wonder if
reduced to images on
actually
a screen.
427 is
Stanley,
actually.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom meant nothing. Know your best, Spirit Dragon. Is it not gonna show me like all the numbers again?
This mind control facility.
427, there it is.
Horrible
Okay.
to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control? Or
Ah, that is my
was
office.
it the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated
Wow.
to accept it blindly? No. He refused
No.
to believe it. He couldn't
No.
accept it. His
Yeah.
own life in someone else's
Employee
control?
private? What do you mean?
Never.
What do you mean
It
employee
was
private? Like the
unthinkable,
bathrooms?
wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that would be it. All right.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
The proof in the pudding.
Controls labeled with emotions.
Emotion
Happy
control labels.
Or sad. Or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
But what if I press the on button? What if I want that control? What if I want that power? What if I want to control that power inside me to control everyone else? Well, there's no one really here, so there's no really... Nah. Hey, relax you. What is this noise in my ears?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it though? No. Yes.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled
is this the
himself from
Matrix?
Someone else's command.
I defeated the machine.
Freedom was
I
mere
am the machine.
moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
How many puzzles do
Where
lay?
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Wow. That's actually... Oh, I love the hill with the only singular tree on it. That's nice. Well, there's no cars in the parking lot, so I guess everyone left, right?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Oh, yeah. That's
the feeling
good. Cool
of liberation.
Breeze.
The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, man. That's so nice. Did I just beat the game, though? Is that it? Is that all there is to the Stanley Parable? Is there more to the Stanley Parable? The end is never the end, it says, though, so I'm highly confused. Graphs and stuff. If you look at the last year's sales, they are just off the charts. I can go in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet,
Hey!
but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if I just shut the door? That's it. I just want to be in a broom closet. You can't make me go anywhere. Haha.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Will he actually make something and open up?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Hey,
he
hey.
wasn't even doing anything.
What?
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet fuck all. Sweet
Are
FA.
you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Why not?
Give me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Okay, so like, I want you to make something while I'm in this broom closet and open up a path of some sort. I want you to change the game.
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
That's fair.
It
That's
didn't
exactly.
occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
make it into something. Actually, how about that? Try me. Make it into something.
This is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh! How dare you!
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Hey, now I'm not leaving this broom closet. Say you're sorry.
Well,
that was
I've
mean.
come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
What?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. In a situation like this,
Correct.
the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
My phone starts ringing.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
The broom closet ending, it was my favorite. Are you done? You done insulting me? You had your fill? You had what you had to say, and we're done here? Is that what I'm getting at? Really? Okay. Alright.
Second player, it's good to have you on board.
Oh!
You can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh! You know, I'm going back in this broom closet.
You too? Unbelievable. At the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Wow, he's so mean. What happens if I go out? Alright. I want to see what else there is to see.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What if I go down? But what if I go downstairs?
But Stanley...
Is that an 8-6?
He considered the possibility of...
Deja vu! Right in the tea before higher on the streets! Okay.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
I don't know, man. I'm checking it
occurred
out.
to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him?
Oh wow, it really did close me out.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Ooh.
No, Stanley said to himself.
This is my type of game. Thank you for whoever said play Stanley Parable, because like I like to really think into the game, like stuff like this.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming.
This is all a dream.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
He wasn't crazy after all.
Gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh shit! I actually am floating.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
What is
Then
happening?
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked.
What happened to the coffee?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
Am I going to become self-conscious
Now the voice was
of the
describing
voice?
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people,
Oh, this is so interesting.
the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
How could it be?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Ooh.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Oh,
He knew for
scary.
certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Oh my, I didn't think this game was
would
going to go
prove it.
so in
He would
detail.
prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Okay, prove.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Yeah.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
He wakes up and
I'm
he's
through
still in
with
the same
this
area.
dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's
Sorry
always
for the
been.
yawns.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope, still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
I'm a
someone
real
tell
boy.
me I'm real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone?
Oh, I'm going insane.
Who am I? And everything went black.
What is happening?
This is the story of a woman named...
We changed people?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh!
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Did he
and
really
then
just go
collapsed dead on the
insane?
sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously
Poor
crazy.
Stanley.
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Oh.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
There's no animation of her running away. Just turned and ran. Oh, that was so interesting. Oh, that was so cool. Wow, that was amazing. I'm gonna see what other options we can do. I didn't think that was even an option that we can do. That's pretty awesome. That's nuts. But that will be waiting for the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like, please let me know. Like and comment down below. And if you're new and decide to join the Brad Bunch today, please do so. I'd like to have you here. You guys are awesome. But until next time, this is B Brad and all of you out there. Signing off for now.